You respect me, don't protect me. You can tell me I can handle it. Stop pretending, cause we're going down. If you let go, then just let go. It's disrespectful how you've handled this. Never ending, kinda run around.
Hey, what is up guys? Topher here, bringing you another high-level Halo Wars commentary today. We're going to be playing on Labyrinth against ILHX and Barcelona, and they'll be running Anders Arbiter, and I will be playing with Mitch, and we'll be running Cutter Arbiter on this first game of two, with the first one being on Labyrinth. So good news as far as the old computer. I got it back from Geek Squad the other day, and the hard drive is still intact as I suspected. So I still do have videos that I can upload against people. So yeah, that's good. And now we just killed a warthog. So yeah, so there's a hog kill. We're already heading this game, and barely even started. So yeah, I guess we'll just get into this game real quick. Hope everyone had a good Christmas. And yeah, I'm gonna be giving Barcelona a nice little Christmas by giving him 2 offensive protectors. I'll be shooting his reactor down. I'm going to try to spam Marino on their hook, and I get both of them, so I'm going to be shooting his reactor. I'm going to send the shield back to my base while putting my offensives on offense to try to deny the pads. I am shooting this reactor. I am hoping I'm going to kill it in time, but it looks like that reactor is going to get up, and they are going to Q Gunner. So yeah, they're going to Q Gunner, but I'm going to kill the reactor, so he's going to have to rebuild that later, and gotta get one more shot on that. Yeah, and there we go. Now I'm gonna shoot a supply pad and run away because I know Gunner's gonna be pretty close because it goes up quickly with Anders. I'm pulling a 0 subset by delaying pads on my own base. But I do buy a second shield. I'm pretty sure that was on accident because now I have a shield on my Ghost, a shield for my RB, and now a random shield that I really don't need. So yeah, don't know. I guess I didn't realize I had a shield for my Arbiter, but yeah, now I have another shield just in case my Arbiter were to die or something like that. They're messing with Mitch's hook. There is Barcelona's Hogs. He doesn't have very many shields because he probably has 1 shield total because I've been messing with his hook so long. Here my Arbiter just got out of the base, and now I'm going to throw that old shield on it. And walk through the middle and hopefully try to pick up some money. There's my Ghost going back through the teleporter to try to get our hook back because they had Gunner Hogs on my Ghost at their hook. I'm going to shoot the supply pad, and I should be able to get the delay on this pad. And I do, so I'm going to try to look like I get a couple shots into another supply pad. And but now his Hogs are coming back. I'm going to run away. For those of you that do not know, that corner I just clicked to go send my Sentinels to, the Hogs cannot shoot the offensives in that corner. So that is a pretty good corner to hide your offensives when they can't be used immediately. Looks like Mitch is highlighting my shield that I got. Probably saying, dude, you got another shield. I'm like, yeah, I do. But yeah, it looks like Mitch is going to be pushing up his Hogs up to the... No, it looks like that's probably an offensive. His Hogs are in front of my base, and he has an offensive or 2 behind the Covey base, and I'm going to be pushing up my RB after picking up a ton of money, getting Quick Citadel, because Quick Citadel is better on this map than getting a bunch of heavies, just because you're going to be going all RB and it's better to have a ton of pads up. But yeah, there's an offensive behind that base, and I'm seeing my RB up here. So because this is an Anders base, my RB can do a lot of work to it with the help of a couple offensives, and I can protect the offenses with this RB. So they're going to, the only way they're really going to push this off is by bringing their Arbiter back. But it looks like for now, we just have 4 offensives and an RB sitting on this base doing some pretty good damage to it. Mitch does have his Hogs on defense. I'm queuing Fiendish so I can keep down pads on my own, or the Hogs and RB try to engage me, try to rush me. So yeah, my offenses are still doing some work. This base is now on to 2 supply pads. They haven't really done any damage on offense. I don't know really what they're doing right now. But until they... Oh, there we go. There's the RB. The RB is on my base. There is 1 offensive. They're pumping Gunner Hogs out of this. He's going to be on Gunner for a while. And Mitch is untouched, so it looks like the Hogs came back to defend me. Now I have Fiendish and a bunch of money. I told Mitch just to click me because they have a decent amount of shields, and I know if I can kill 2 or 3 of these shield Hogs at least, he's going to be splitting. But if I can kill a couple of these shield Hogs, we're going to be put pretty far ahead. So I do run back and get a couple more hogs. There's some more hogs. I don't really have the money for them right now, though. So yeah, I'm just going to stop. I killed like maybe 2 hogs or something and maybe got a couple hits on another hog. So yeah, I didn't get as many hogs as I would have liked right there, but I did kill a couple. And his base is still only on 2 supply pads. So he doesn't have a lot of money to do much of anything. And the goal for me is to put C Mitch in a position where he has Goss and they're on Gunner. Because UNSC lead is very important. UNSC lead and Hog lead and Shield lead are much more important than having like my RB be ahead, because I'm going to be going all RB anyways. So they're hitting my eco. I don't really care. I mean, I'm not going to be going back for that. It's more important. I find it more valuable to sit on this base and deny 3 pads from getting up than recalling and wasting a bunch of money trying to fight a bunch of shield hogs. So Mitch is just going to push up because their hogs and RB are on offense. So Mitch is going to push up onto offense as well. Looks like he's going to come over and hit the UNSC with me, and I'm going to be watching for the Arbiter to recall. And then whenever the RB recalls, I'll just tell Mitch that the RB recalled, and he's going to try to run away, probably, unless he wants to drop his D-bomb. So yeah, it looks like the RB did recall, and I probably just yelled it out in the middle of the game. Mitch is getting a couple shots on this hog, but now he's finally running away. He knows the RB base. The RB's going to be running towards him, so he's just going to try to run up the alley instead of the middle. And yeah, we're trying to. It looks like Mitch is trying to flare the hooks because he wants to get a bunch of shields. The RB is chasing all of his warthogs, but the hogs are faster than an RB. So Mitch is going to get out of there unscathed, and he's going to be going back trying to push off some warthogs, or no, some offensives it looks like, and maybe the hogs too off of my base, while I still just sit here and take pads off of the Anders base. So I am buying an offense. I do have an offensive now to start putting some damage on some other pads. That pad over there was red bar, and that offensive hopefully should be able to kill it. Oh, there we go. There, I remember now that shield that extra shield I bought earlier. I completely forgot about it, and Mitch pointed out to me that I had that shield sitting in that corner, and I could have the hook highlighted to let me get offenses and get shields. So that is what we are using that extra shield for. So I did sneak a suicide run through while my base was getting hit. So what I'm going to do is kill the supply pad and then throw the Sui into the main, because right now there's 0 pads on the base. So this Sui is going to do a lot of damage, and there you go. The base is a red bar. Mitch is should be pretty close to getting Goss at this point. Hopefully his reactor is going up at least for it, and they are obviously never getting off anything but Gunner. There's no Goss in their near future. And yeah, I'm just gonna kill this base. I have some money, $500. I'm just gonna rage it because they're the RB recalled, and that's just a desperate attempt to get me off their base. So all the hogs are on my base. Just lots of Gunner. And LH is spending a ton of money raging my Arbiter after I already killed the base. I killed a Warthog right there. I'm just trying to stay up on offense so I can deny this base and hopefully defeat the UNSC. Because if it's a 2v1, then obviously we're eventually just going to win, especially since Mitch is going to have Goss. So my base still isn't completely stripped. I have not a lot of money, but I do recall while the hogs are in the back. I did hit the hog a couple times, and I realized I don't have money. I'm going to run to see Mitch's hogs and just keep running because my RB is weak, and it'll be pretty long before I can re-queue my RB in my temple. So I just keep running. I have an offensive down there that I'm going to send over to try to deny the building base, because that is the only base that is open on the map, and that is the base that he has to take. C Mitch has reserves going up, which means Goss is pretty close if it's not already done. And that offensive did deny the UNSC base. So I'm just sitting here waiting for a heal. The RB is back there, and there they resign. So that was the first game at 2. And yeah, so now we're going to move on to game number 2. It's going to be on Beasley's Plateau, and it's going to be the same combos. It's going to be me and C-Mitch with Cutter RB, and ILHX and Barcelona, and they will be Anders Arbiter. So this game I'm just going, we got the spawn where the Cubbies are across and the USCs are across. So this isn't an ideal spawn for us because the Anders can go reactor second and try to mess with our reactor third. And I'm assuming this game that they might be going Temple first, because that's what LH and Barcelona seem to do a lot. They think Temple first is what they like on this map, I guess. But yeah, so I'm going to go with the old Scout and Temple first. There it is. So I'm going to move my Ghost so I don't lose it, because there still is a lot of money on this map for me to pick up, and losing this Ghost early would not be beneficial to me. So I'm going Temple third this game. It's something I decided I was gonna do after they want to go Temple first, and I just come to my base. And if I were to go Temple second and get to their base later or clear Hook later, then I'd be a little bit behind as far as getting to positions faster. As far as map positioning, my eco would be a little bit ahead, but map positioning I'd be behind in it. So what I'm going to be doing is Temple third against their Temple first Arby. Generally, you don't go Temple third like ever on this map because there are hooks you can clear, and Temple second raging hooks and stuff are just a lot. It's just a lot better. But I guess we'll see how this Temple third works out. So I think Mitch is just going to maybe be clearing his hook this game, and I'm going to Temple third and try to clear my hook. I'm going to go down here and try to see if I can snag their hook while the pads are building, but I'm just a little bit too late on my timing. But I do queue the turret, but their Arbiter is sitting there, and I'm trying to pick up money. I'm looking at my Ghost. I'm waiting. I know I want to DQ that turret. I just wanted to buy for a second to make him sit there, I guess. But maybe he didn't see the turret, but there's no way he didn't see the turret. So yeah, I look away for half a second, then I misclick. I click on his RB on accident, and I lose about 180 bucks in the process right there. So that was pointless. That was pretty much pointless for me. Just lost money there for no reason. So yeah, now I'm just going to rage down our hook and take a pad and tell Mitch to take another pad, and I should be building on my base any second now. I look down, I lose my Ghost. And yeah, I'm going to be taking a pad over there, taking a pad on the hook, and just finishing slapping down the rebels. I'm finally going to queue a pad on my base. I might have been thinking about going call right there, but I guess I ultimately decided just to queue another supply pad. I'm going to pick up the money that drops from the hook and queue up a Suicide Grunt, because I'm pretty much going to play this like a standard defense after clearing a hook. Against an Arbiter, I'm going to just try to get some heavy pads and build Suicide Grunts. It looks like they brought their hogs over. They have more, I think. But Mitch did get the turret on it, so the turret on the hook. So we're going to be pretty good there. It looks like the RB is now on my base. I'm going to unlock and try to throw some Suies into him. He does not have Fiendish. So yeah, I want him to rage my Suicide Grunts instead of trying to hit my supply pads, because not only if he rages my Suies, I'm going to be able to he's going to be losing money raging the Suies while not doing damage on my base. And if for some reason I land a Sui, then that's great for us. And if for some reason he runs away and I get to go up on offense, I can use these Suis later and land them into their pads. So yeah, you can see non-Fiendish right there. I'm just throwing Suis. He's just raging like crazy. I'm just trying to keep the Sui pump up while getting some heavies. So yeah, this is a risky game they're playing, because if I just endlessly spam Suis, I'm bound to land one eventually, just because of how the game mechanics work. Because Arbiters get really stuck really easily, especially around Suicide Grunts. So yeah, I'm chasing the RB. Mitch is coming over here. It looks like we might try to double team this RB and get an RB kill. And then if we get an RB kill, we might be able to push up and do some serious damage to their cubby base. But I'm assuming right now that both teams have 2 hooks, so that's all pretty even. I'm just still building these Suis, and Mitch looks like decided not to come initially. He's kind of just in no man's land, trying to figure out what he wants to do with his war dogs. I still got these Suis. I'm getting Citadel finally, and he's rage running. Don't really know why. There we go. The Suis I get a little bit. There we go. That's just a little bit of damage. But that's what I was talking about when I say RBs get stuck around Suis sometimes. But now I'm going to just start raging them down because our hogs are close. And there we go. The hogs are right here. I'm going to start raging, and the Arbiter ends up just recalling. So my RB was double clutching, but it didn't matter because he ended up recalling. So I'm going to get another heavy pad and throw up a summit, because right now I don't really know if they're going Gauss or tanks. They are Ander, so they can really do either on this map. So if they're going tanks, I prefer to have a double summit up. But if they're going Gauss, I might want to change my mind. But there we go. I see the hogs right there. I'm going to DQ that heavy pad because I need some money to rage. Mitch pulls his hogs back for a second to wait for my Arbiter. Micros that black bar hog a little to the back, which is pretty good. And we're just going to go for the double team on the Arbiter. We're assuming right now that base is cleared next to purple. So we're going to have to try to do something about that eventually. So my Arbiter stuck a little bit or it just froze, but now we're going to be able to get this double team we were waiting for on this Arbiter. It looks like we do have Grenadier. Wait, did I see that right? We might have Grenadier right now. Yeah, we do. So yeah, I'm just going to Rage Run over and try to deny this base. That I'm assuming is here. There the base is. It has 0 supply pads up, but I don't have a ton of money right now, and I don't have Fiendish, so I'm not doing too much damage to it. It would have been nice right here if Mitch sent, like, maybe split off 1 or 2 hogs to help me kill this base, so I didn't have to spend so much money. But ultimately, I do get to kill the base. They do have a bunch of Grenadier on my base. They do have a D-bomb, so they could D-bomb and try to do a lot of damage. Mitch just clicked me because I told him I want to recall and try to force the D-bomb. Based on how many hogs they have, it looks like they're going to try to go Gauss because they have Grenadier and this many hogs. So I do get a couple of, there's the D-bomb, and I do kill a couple of hogs first. So I'm just going to start queuing up supply pads and running my Arbiter away. I'm getting stuck. I'm going to queue up a back turret because while he's focused on killing my Arbiter and doing damage to him, I do end up dying. That's unfortunate. My Arbiter got stuck in some Warthogs and while I was trying to walk away. And yeah, I just died. But it looks like my turret is pretty far completed. I'm going to requeue this Arbiter. If that turret gets up, there's no way he's going to be able to deny my Arbiter from getting back out. It looks like he's just aiming main right now. Yeah. Mitch is doing a lot of damage, though, onto their Arbiter's base. So my eco is pretty golden. I still have 4 heavies on my main. This turret's going to get up. And my tempo is not going to be getting denied. Looks like their Arbiter is back out chasing Mitch's hogs while Mitch is running back to this D-bomb that they dropped, while also trying to get to the back of my base and start fighting these Warthogs, because Mitch is not committed to going Gauss. He just went Grenadier and is going into tanks, while Barcelona is pretty much, looks like he's pretty committed to going Gauss, so any Warthog he kills is a much bigger loss than any Warthog we kill. So we do go back. The Warthogs do a pretty decent amount. We do kill a couple of Warthogs. My Arbiter is going to get out. Their Arbiter is raging my 98% turret, but it does get up. But they have a Banshee, it looks like, and I think Mitch said that they had a summon up for a second, and that is the only Banshee that they actually got out. So I was worried for a second that I was going to be having to get the Vampires. That's why I'm queuing up a second turret, and the second turret will help against Gauss. I didn't realize, though, that Mitch dropped the summit, and that was the only Banshee he got. I thought we were going to have a double summit Banshee problem coming soon. So I'm going to rage back, and right now he tells me that that's the only Banshee they have, so I'm feeling a little bit better now about that situation. And because I was worried about getting to Tech 2 and Vampires a second ago. But now I realize since this is the only Banshee, I can just go back real quick, rage it down, and then there's no Banshees on the field. And my eco is still pretty golden. All they did with that D-bomb push was ultimately kill my Arbiter and deny my front 2 pads, or they might have killed a summit and then kept the 2 front pads down. But either way, now I have 2 front turrets. I'm finally teching my Arbiter because I see how committed they are to Gauss. I am not going to be going Banshees, like I said earlier, like I wanted to. Their Arbiter is just walking around looking for tanks, but because he showed himself, Mitch knows exactly what the RB is, and he can position his tanks in the spot where hopefully they won't find his tanks with that Arbiter. So that base is up over there, looks like. They have that. I'm sure it has a couple of pads on it by now. We are checking out. They are going all Arbiter against tanks with Gauss, it looks like. But I'm getting full tech 1 right now. It's going to pick up a little bit of money, but instead I want to go fight. I want to go find these Warthogs and get a kill on them. Try to catch them. So I'm just going to be roaming around on offense, raging around, because I know at this point in the game that what they're going to be wanting to do is kill another Expo, because Gauss can be good on this map, but it's only good if you can get onto at least a triple base with reserves. So yeah, I'm sure he's killing a triple, and bam, there are all of his Warthogs. I am getting a nice catch on them. He's trying to split a little bit, but he doesn't know which direction to go, and I'm still killing. Oh, there's another hog that just came in. I'm killing that one. I just killed pretty much all his hogs. He might have like 1 or 2 left. They are just queuing this base, but that is not going to get up. I'm just going to go back and rage it. And Mitch has a couple of tanks he's pushing up right now because we are in a position to push because we just killed a bunch of hogs. I'm going to shield my base because I recognize that they are not really building Banshees now. And I'm going to just take this base, and the only way anything could happen is they could somehow try to force a base trade. And here's the Arbiter. I'm just going to DQ this base for money, or maybe I just didn't want him to get a bunch of hits on the base. And I'm going to go help our tanks fight this Arbiter. And here we go. We have 3 tanks and an Arbiter versus an Arbiter, and he's running away. We haven't even used our cannies yet. I'm just going to keep raging him down because he's in Rage Clutch and I am not, so I'm doing damage. And he is going to die. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. And as they say, that was too easy.
Your team is victorious.